Hi there, and welcome back to another 906 adventure. Today we're exploring another one of my favorite sites in the Keweenaw. This is the Quincy Mining Company's stamp mill. This was located right on the shores of Torch Lake, not too far from Lake Linden, Michigan. Now, this is right next to the abandoned dredge site. There were originally three buildings here, well, three large buildings. Two are remaining. There's the turbine building, which has no machinery or anything left inside, but it's a very impressive, beautiful structure. Great example of the Quincy Mining Company's architecture. There's also the lower levels of the Quincy stamp plant. In that building, there's still some beltway wheels hanging from the ceiling and a couple other pretty neat pieces of machinery that are in pieces but still intact. The building once had three different levels, but since the mining company's closure, they've all kind of either been torn down or collapsed under their own weight. Now at this point there's just two levels left, but it still makes for a super interesting building to go and check out. Alrighty, so we are coming up on the mill right now as we speak. You can see it probably coming up around the trees here. It's right alongside the road, so it's not like it's a big secret of where it is or anything like that, and I think that there might actually be a couple other people here today. So it's a pretty common place for, you know, tech students and other people who just live in the area to come visit. Alright, so welcome to the Quincy Stamp Mill, or at least what's left of it. It's right here along one of the main roads on the shores of Torch Lake. Let's go inside for a second here. So you can see when the mining company left, they basically shut the doors and left everything in place as it was. One of the most interesting things about this place to me is that all of the machinery is still here. One of the really cool things is the I'm guessing it's lime or something, has come out of the concrete making up the ceiling, and it's coming down as stalagmites or stalactites. I don't actually know which one is which, but there's a couple of pretty interesting articles written about some of the machines that are left over in here. I don't know what any of them are, but obviously, you know, it's interesting. And of course you got the folks who want to come over and spend a night or two, right? So going upstairs here, we can really see the second level. Now another thing to remember was, I'm not sure what came first, electric light or this building. So there's skylights in all the levels that are all still relatively intact. This plant is really well traveled by a lot of tech students I know and other folks up here in the area. This is one of the most popular places to come and explore. So we got this whole first floor. Now we'll head upstairs. Now the other amazing thing is these stairs are so intact after, you know, over 100 years of existence. So here we are on level 2 of the Quincy plant. I read an article about this specific machine. It was some kind of shaker table at one point or another. I don't know anything about it now, but it's still here. There's some big springs and stuff under there. And obviously all the footings for all the other machines in this plant still exist, being the heavy concrete that they are. One of the other more interesting things is up here you can see this building used to keep going on for ages. Snowmobilers come up here every once in a while too. That's the turbine building in the woods out there. I'll go over there in the summertime, a little easier to get to. Snow makes life kind of difficult. You got, you know, 3 or 4 feet of it on the ground here. So this up here, this big stone structure, is what the
Quincy and Torch Lake Railroad trains would drive along up on top of there. And I believe they had large rock dump bins or something like that, where they dump all the copper out. And wow, that's deep. So we'll go up there right now. All right, we are now up on top of the hill. This was built by the Quincy Mining Company to allow their trains to come through here, because you can't really make them go up over the hill, seeing how their dump bins are right down there where that big concrete structure is. And another kind of interesting thing, I think there might have been an overpass here at one point for maybe some other railroad or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, because right on the other side of this little berm here, there is, and let me just go over there. If you see in the woods right back there, there is, ooh, that's steep, a steel support structure that looks like it was the footing for a trestle at one point or another. Now, I'm not sure if that would be for a full-size railroad because it looks a little small, or a conveyor or tramway or something like that, but it's still there somehow or another. And the pilings for it keep going on that ways for a little while. So that just about wraps up this episode of the 906 Adventure. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it or even subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I do all kinds of things, just from documenting my daily life up here in the Copper Country to going out and doing little adventures like this, all the way up to, you know, larger things. I drive around, all kinds of cool stuff. Just the whole reason I made this channel was to show people what it's like living up here, and document what the Copper Country looks like, so that people in the future can watch these videos and enjoy what I get to enjoy right now. Until next time, this is the 906 Adventure, signing out.